You're now live. You're now live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Here's at Coom. At Coom. Evan the intern. Danger Dan. Christopher the intern. And me.
Evan got replaced as cameraman.
Your friend Bag Milk is back behind the camera.
And now he has to be on camera, like all of us.
Now I'm going to zoom in on Evan, right in tight on his face.
Did you wearing this for the video?
We're making Evan get dressed up so that he feels more comfortable.
He said he was scared to be on camera because he doesn't think he's handsome. I think we all need to tell Evan that he's a handsome boy.
Handsome? He looks like a young Elton John.
You're a very handsome young man.
All right, boys, I want to talk about last night's win. Arguably an unexpected win. Objectively a shitty first 40 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. They won.
Being so negative, Bag Milk.
Why did they win, Dan? Because Connor said, no, we will not lose. We will not lose again.
He put the team on his back.
He said, don't worry, boys, I've got this.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm going to go and score all the points.
Literally. Except for one. Except for the
one.
game winner, the one that counted the most.
Yeah, like where was he on the game winner? I mean, really. He probably was on the bench not standing up quick enough.
Also,
He
yeah.
wasn't even cheering.
Did you guys notice on the reaction overtime video? No one was standing up except for Milan Lucic.
Because Milan Lucic is the only player on this team that cares.
Yeah, he's the only one.
We got ourselves a Chris conspiracy on our hands.
All right, for if the people watching that are wondering what the fuck we're talking about, there was people in the comments on the celebration videos saying that the Oilers didn't stand up fast enough to celebrate the win. So that's a whole thing that people are talking about.
Yeah, they were saying that no one was standing up during the overtime play because they don't care enough.
Right. Cam, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about the extremely good and extremely unexpected come-from-behind win yesterday after the Oilers spent 4 hours on a bus driving from Fargo to Winnipeg because Winnipeg doesn't have an airport. Do you guys think spending time together on the bus was a big game changer for the team? Because that was easily the best game we've seen from the Oilers this season.
You know what was annoying for me, though? Because, yes, I think it built chemistry, but to have to win that game and then get back on the bus before you can fly home, super annoying.
But you know what? That's a good. It gives them a chance to celebrate, spend some more time together on the bus.
I was going to say, how good was that bus ride back to North?
I'm guessing it was late. They were probably sleeping. Maybe they partied.
A little snoozies.
Oh, they partied. They partied for sure.
All right, for realsies, though, Cam, it was 4-1 for the Jets going into the third period. Things looked dire. Then what happened?
Connor McDavid took control of the game. He showed everybody why he's the league's most valuable player and the best player in the league by a country fucking mile.
Or did Tyrati control the game? Take control of the game because he's the answer, and he stepped up when we needed him most.
Tyrati scored his first goal of the season, absolute snipe.
He
But
stole the puck off of Connor McDavid's stick.
well, it's funny you say that because a lot of people were talking about, did Connor do it on purpose? Was it a mistake? Did he whiff? And Chris, what is the answer?
He whiffed on it, and Connor admitted it to the media this morning. Or he's just lying, and he's just super humble.
I think it's a part of the whole strategy. He's been working on this play the whole time, and he doesn't want the rest of the league to know what's coming. So he's saying that he missed it on purpose or missed it by accident.
But if he does it on Thursday, tomorrow night, then
Exact same play. I like it. Evan, over to you. What do you think? Change glasses now, looking sharp. He is Corey Hart wears his sunglasses at night / inside.
Baseball.
Evan, thoughts?
I thought he did it on purpose.
Well, you're wrong. Okay.
He came out and explicitly said he did it on purpose, but I think he's lying.
Yeah, I do too. He meant to.
He'll
do it again.
Not a lot of
He'll do
animosity.
it again, but he'll do it the second time on purpose. So now he's just fucking with everybody.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
no one knows what he does is right or wrong, but he does it.
He's a magician.
He does it.
'Cause
He's got tricks.
We've learned to not ask questions when Connor does something cool because.
One thing I want to bring up about Connor, obviously 4 points. He was involved in the first 9 Oilers goals of the season. How about when Gene asked him about setting that record after the game, and he was not overly impressed by it.
He did not like it. He just, I think he definitely knows that the team's not going to be successful if he's the only one that's driving the play
for sure.
and producing offense. right?
Especially, we technically should have lost that game by the way the first 2 periods went, and we would have been 1-3, which makes things even more worse. I'm gonna read the quote real quick.
This is Connor on Ratty.
Connor says, no, this is Connor on the record.
Go ahead.
You know what? It's whatever. I'm not overly proud of it. I don't think it's a stat we should be proud of either. it is what it is, but we found a way to get a goal there at the end so we don't ever have to talk about it again.
Boom,
It
roasted.
seemed rattled, yeah.
You don't have to talk about it until the next time that the team can't score a goal for like 2 weeks straight and he's scoring all the goals.
And then he extends his record to like 15 games.
Dan, what do you think about Connor getting a little bit upset about this record?
I think it's good to see. He is a competitive guy, and he wants his team to win. And he, like Cam said, he knows that that's not a good record to have as a team. You don't want one guy having to drive your offense the whole time.
Evan, last word on this?
Yeah, I agree. With Dan.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But not Dan?
I agree with Chris as well.
Yeah, Dan. Not Dan.
Not Dan.
How about those lines?
Go ahead.
The McBlender. Tom McCullough Blender was rolling last night and Jesse Puljujarvi got an opportunity in the top 6.
And?
Now he's in the top 6 on the line with Leon Draisaitl and Leon Draisaitl's countryman Tobias Reeder.
I think that the McClellan blender is very appropriate when you're down 4-1. That's the best time to try and spice it up and change it up. It's when he's changing it in a 1-1 game or a 0-0 game.
Or after losing the first game of the year. No need to change it that time.
But it's exciting to see Puljujarvi get his chance up there. It was really neat to see Draisaitl just change as a player from the first 2 periods with Lucic, where he was just seemed like he was just slow dogging it and slow all over the ice. And then all of a sudden gets Reeder and Puljujarvi, and the energy's there.
I also liked that he did not touch the first line.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, those guys are rolling.
Yeah.
McClellan did not touch the first line.
Except for Puljujarvi. I don't know if Puljujarvi was placed out there with Connor.
He did get a shift with Connor and Nuge because he got that tying goal from Connor
that's
and
strategy.
Nuge.
When you want to get a player going, you put him with McNuge, and you have them score a goal. And Puljujarvi is on the second line today.
Speaking of line changes, though, today Dusty Nielsen just posted at The Nation, is it time for Yamamoto to go? And he doesn't mean trade Yamamoto. Don't be stupid. He means send him down to the AHL where he can have a little bit more success. Maybe he's a little bit over his head. Cam, what are you talking about
He's
Yamamoto?
toss around that out there like a teenager, which is fine because he's a teenager. I think that it's better for his development. I always thought it would be kind of shocking to have both him and Puljujarvi on the team. Like you really need to give Yamamoto his time to develop in the AHL, even if it's just like a month. Get his confidence behind him. Give him a chance to dominate at a lower level rather than getting pushed around the AHL level.
Thoughts on Yamamoto, Evan?
I think we should send him down.
Oh,
A man of few words. Chris, thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with Cam in a sense that I was surprised he would make the team to begin with.
Batman says hello, Chris. Batman.
Wow, hello to you, Batman. Yamamoto's he's looked fast, like he's looked faster than a lot of other guys, but he just can't stand up on his feet against all these other
Thoughts on Yamo, Dan?
I don't know if he necessarily needs to be sent down because our right wing is so bad otherwise.
Who would take the spot?
Alex Chiazon, we can get some Alex Chiazon in the mix.
Well, here's the thing. If Zach Cassian wasn't playing like a hot corpse right now,
Yes,
like a floating carcass,
100%.
then they would have a right winger where you could have the luxury of sending a guy like Yamamoto down. However, Cassian has been a slug and has not done anything since the 2017 playoffs. So that creates a problem. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst thing to have him on the third line where Puljujarvi was. Gets some softer competition minutes and can kind of work on his game down there. Like you said, if Cassian's able to slide into that spot, which he's not right now, if he's able to slide into that spot, then it's cool to send him down.
I would
But right now,
much
I
sooner
don't
see
think
Chiazon in that spot. Like putting Cassian in a role where he has to like be brought out to do like score any kind of goals, produce any kind of offense, and play more than like 6 minutes a game. You're really asking for trouble.
Evan had found a tweet from Gregor, which on the lineups, it looks like Drake Kajula was a little bit banged up, so he didn't skate today. So we may not get Reeder on the second line. It may be Kajula. Thoughts, Chris? Healthy scratch to top 6, perhaps?
No. Why? Kajula's playing well, but not top 6 well.
Kajula and Puljujarvi, they found some chemistry together. They're kind of like they got like a little bit of spark plug thing going on, you know. You got big Puljujarvi lumbering around doing his thing. Kajula's skating around, trying his best. Looks nice. It's not bad. Don't mind it.
I guess, yeah, Puljujarvi plays. Yeah, I'm torn there. That's just a real big promotion. I would give the promotion to Puljujarvi because I think it's long overdue.
And he deserves it.
But hey, would you rather have on the left side of Draisaitl Kajula or Lucic? I'd rather have Kajula because I think
Lucic didn't look bad.
He thrives way better in third line role when he's throwing hits.
Lucic was rushing the puck off the ice. They didn't see that. And he was throwing big hits. Then he gets penalized for no reason.
That was
Maybe
soft.
that's why he hates hitting guys and fighting guys.
That penalty on Lucic was hot garbage.
That was soft.
Dan, that's Dan. He clipped a video for Gregor's video article this morning that showed the Lucic penalty, and he glides into a guy and somehow got charging. Dan, you clipped the clip.
He
Tell us
takes
about it.
no strides. No strides. And like charging, the definition of charging is you have to take 3 strides, I think. Isn't it?
2, 3, more than 0.
Yes, more than 0, confirmed. It was a penalty, 2 minutes for gliding, I called it.
2 minutes because big, Chris. You're a ref. You're part of the card-carrying ref guild. What do you think about this?
I'm a ref guild, and I have no explanation for that penalty.
It was bad.
I have no explanation.
No hit league NHL.
Yeah.
That's what it's becoming.
It didn't make sense.
Soon everyone's gonna be wearing a cage.
Couple of questions coming in from Instagram Live. This guy said he was at the game last night. That looked fantastic. Good for you. Malignant Manny, you guys should contact Davidson and bring him back. He said on the Real Life podcast he wanted to come back home. Topher Chris asks, any more Donaire reviews? When does that next one get posted? Today? Tomorrow? Thursday. Thursday is the next Donaire review. Is that my boy Nation Dan? Dan is right there.
Excuse me.
And Isaac Abraham.
Isaac
Abraham. Isaac Abraham.
Isaac or Isaac?
Isaac Abraham.
It's me.
Okay.
It's me.
Yup, 3 from Oilers 19.
Thank you.
80.
For those 19.
Wait,
Yup,
someone,
3.
Did someone say yup 3 or is there username yup 3?
Nope. He said the comment from Oilers 1980 is yup 3.
Can't argue with that. You
Jesse
can't
Bernardi.
argue with that at all.
Yep.
How many goals do Oilers score in the third period? Yup, 3.
Well, that's actually incorrect. It was 4.
Oh, what's 4?
It was 4.
Is it in the
No,
third?
No.
Oh, I guess they scored
We're
in
down
overtime.
4-1 in the third.
Daryl. Okay, let's talk about Daryl's goal.
Oh, that
Darnell Nurse with a filthy little dangle finishes it off. Dan, you're excited. You were texting about us last night.
I was, because I was out in the car, ready to do the run at the end of the second period. So I missed the goal. And so yeah, I was texting you guys asking for a recap. I went home and I watched that overtime period no less than 6 or 7 times. It was a thing of beauty. It was
Did you watch the
exciting.
whole period or just the goal?
I watched the third period and
It was
the
like
overtime.
a minute long.
But the overtime period, the Oilers played really well the whole time. Puck possession was a big focus for them. Meanwhile, the Jets were trying to stretch pass to guys that were at the end of their shifts. Yeah, it was a really good overtime period, and then Darnell just absolutely dangled that guy.
The Jets
walked
in overtime had a difficult time taking off because Winnipeg doesn't have an airport.
Oh,
It's true. Isaac Abraham wants to know, what are your thoughts about Benning? Chris, I'll start with you.
Benning. A -2 real quick last night.
Throw your hate at Garrison though.
Yeah, I would throw more hate at Garrison than Benning. Honestly, Benning played like 10 minutes max last night. 2 real rough first 2 shifts, bad. I would probably not match him with Garrison again.
Cam, you did the recap, the day after recap.
Yeah.
Tell us about that third
I did
pair.
a look at both Winnipeg's first 2 goals. The first one, Garrison's standing out there just like waving his stick like he's curling. And the second one, he does an outlet pass right to Winnipeg's guy, and then Winnipeg's guy, it's Adam Lowry again, skates like all the way around like slowly, and Garrison's just like can't even catch up. I mean, man, let's be real. There's a reason this guy was waived by an expansion team last year. Garrison's not an NHL player anymore.
Garrison played 8 games with the Golden Knights last year. Evan, you've got shades back on. What are your thoughts on the third pairing?
I don't know.
You just ordered a Jason Garrison jersey.
He did.
He just ordered a Jason Garrison jersey, but to be fair to Evan, he also ordered a Jakob Jerebic jersey, and it arrived the day he got traded to St. Louis for a 6th round pick. And now you have a Jerebic jersey and a Garrison jersey.
And the Kessler.
What?
What?
I did get a Kessler.
What are you
jersey.
talking about?
I had
You bought a Kessler jersey?
Why do you have a Kessler
And
jersey?
not even a week later, he got traded.
Which team?
You bought a
Vancouver.
Vancouver
Why?
Canucks Kessler jersey.
Yeah, I did.
Breaking,
What's wrong with you?
Why do you
breaking, breaking, Chris, breaking. Jason Samograd says that we look like we need some Will Hawk jerky on this
Yes.
table.
Yes, we do.
We actually have one more bag in the fridge.
I don't think we do. I think we ate it.
Confirmed.
No, I
Jason.
saw it yesterday.
We need Will Hawk jerky. Send jerky now.
We need jerky now, Jason, and some of those sausage things.
The sausage is not.
No,
You
they're
Cheddar,
pepperoni
cheddar
sticks.
sausages.
Pepperoni stick, sausage, whatever you want to call them. I don't
Any
care.
type of meat from Willow.
Malignant Manny says Davidson greater than Benning. Thoughts?
Agreed.
I mean, yeah. Like,
Except Benning fights. He's a good fighter.
You like when he scraps.
you said, Bag Milk on the Real Life podcast. He admitted that he wanted to be in Edmonton. So it's not really a discussion anymore. He wanted to be here, and we wanted to give him a
But
professional
we will
try.
continue to bring it up every time one of our bottom defensemen.
Just like Jason Samograd just said once again, oh, you mean the cheese pepperonis?
Yep, 3.
That's exactly them.
We need
Yeah.
those.
Cheese
Jason
pepperoni,
Wentz.
send cheese pepperoni.
Send us cheese pepperoni. JRab02 wants to know what are your thoughts on what the Oilers will be able to do this year? Where will they go?
They're going to the.
I think they're gonna go to 29 other teams. They're gonna go to their barns.
There's 30 other teams.
No, but I think they've already visited. They've already visited 2 Eastern Conference teams that they won't visit anymore. So 29 teams.
Or 28.
28, I guess. Yeah.
So they're going to 28 more buildings.
And then also they'll be at Rogers Place 41 times this year.
Rogers Place for the first time tomorrow.
That's shocking. It's just shock to the system that our home.
Feels like
opener
the season's
tomorrow.
half over.
Are you going tomorrow?
Yes.
Dan's going tomorrow. Dan's gonna be there.
Dan will be bringing you some live reports from Rogers
will.
Place
And
tomorrow night.
I will tear off my shorts and I will swing them in the air if we win tomorrow night.
JRab02 says, no, I want to know if they're going to make the playoffs.
Oh.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, absolutely. You're making the playoffs.
I feel like the Oilers have a really good chance at sneaking into a wild card spot, but they're going to be in the mix the whole time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a competitive Western Conference, that's for sure. But I did predict at the beginning of the year they finished like 6th or 7th in the West, and I'll stand by that. I think McDavid's gonna have a monster fucking year. Like we're talking like 140 points.
The Pacific is like so wild right now. Like Vegas, I think was projected to be pretty high up there. And
Vegas is dog shit, Dan. Are you upset about it?
That's a game changer. Vegas being bad is a game
Yeah.
changer, but they've kind of been they've been unserved by Anaheim being shockingly good.
Unserved or usurped?
Oh, superb.
Topher Chris 81 wants to know, do all of those other teams have airports?
Yeah, they do actually. Everyone except for Winnipeg. Strange enough. We don't know why. We tried to figure out why, but it's a mystery.
The Peggers wouldn't tell us why.
No, they don't even know why.
They're delusional. They think that there's an airport in the city.
Yeah, what's the name of that farm that they keep referencing, Bag Milk?
Well, it's the Old Man Richardson farm.
Yes.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Of course. It's where they make the cheese.
Petra wants to know, when are we coming to play in Germany again?
With the
I think
finals?
we're gonna have a pickup game like next week, are we?
We
I-
can go to Germany anytime you want us to.
I shipped the nets over. We should be there in a week or so.
You shipped
No,
the nets already.
Germany has
That's
nets.
right.
Oh man,
No, I want our own nets.
they're valuable over there.
Hometown advantage.
Where are we playing in Germany?
Dusseldorf? Sure,
Yes,
sure.
big fan. Of
There's some complaints about the defense in here, Dan. The defense is not good enough, so say a couple of people.
Our
You're
team
right.
that's going to Germany. I'm on the defense, so that's a problem.
Cam, thoughts on the defense? Last night, the third pairing played an average of like 9 minutes.
They're really bad. Darnell Nurse and Chris Russell, that top pair, stepped up and had a really good game. I don't know if you can expect that from that pair every game. I think what the Oilers have right now is 2 good second pairs and a horrendous third pair. Like, I don't think the third pair would be that bad if you got somebody better for Benning. But, like, with I mean, you have Brandon Davidson and Matt Benning as your third pair. That's, like 15 minutes a night, no problem. But I think they really need to pull the trigger on a trade and just get that, like, 18 to 20 minutes, like, good, solid defense.
Brandon Davidson.
Brendan Davidson's the answer.
You think Brian Davidson is now the answer?
Trade.
Ratty. No
Trade.
longer the answer.
Trade with the Chicago Blackhawks.
Bring Davey home.
First round draft pick next year for Brandon Davidson.
Real quick, let's end this off by giving some predictions for tomorrow's home opener.
Ooh.
The Bruins are back in town. The Oilers lost 4-1 to the Bruins last week. How are they going to do in the rematch, Chris?
I'm going to guess a much better bounce back game for Talbot against the Bruins.
Fair.
And I'm going to say, who is their goalie again? Bruins? Who's hot?
Halak.
Halak's hot
killing
too.
it, like a 940 save percentage.
I'm gonna say 2-1 overtime win for the Oilers.
2-1 overtime win. Dan, what do you think?
I think they're gonna beat the Flames tonight 7-5,
Bruins are playing the Flames tonight.
and then I think they're gonna come into Edmonton tired, and we're gonna beat them 4-2.
4-2 for Dan. Evan, what do you think tomorrow?
5-3 Oilers.
5-3 Oilers for Evan. Coombe,
I
thoughts?
think Edmonton's going to win this 3-2 in overtime, and we're going to have another They're going to be down 2-0 going in the third, and they're going to score 2 late goals to tie it and win overtime, much akin to this game in Winnipeg.
I'm going to go ahead and say 3-1 Oilers. They're going to win their home opener. Thank you, all of you, for watching. Your questions. We're going to do this more often. Feel free to join in.
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
We'll see.